Hey, it's Jason from Pro Guitar Studio. Welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at some really nice voicings of major 7th chords. And I've chosen to do two types of chords, E major 7 and A major 7. And the reason I chose this is because we're going to use our root notes on string number 6 and string number 5, right? So our E and our A. Now the other notes that we're doing in this chord are just going to be 3 notes out of the 4 notes in a 7th chord. And I'm not going to go too far into the theory here except sort of explain which notes I'm playing, okay? Now if you've ever gone into theory behind 7th chords, the main thing we need to know is that there are 4 notes in each of those chords. So in E major 7 we have E, G sharp, B, and D sharp. All right, in A major 7 we have A, C sharp, E, G sharp. So essentially we have those 4 notes, we can get the 7th chord anywhere on the fretboard. Now in this case here, we might be missing 1 note out of those 4 as we play through it. But the idea here is that it's going to imply the chord we're playing anyway, so even if we're missing 1 of them, we're going to be okay. It's going to sound good. And I've chosen to do these 3 shapes because they work really nicely. I use them all the time. And in this case here, because we have the drone tone on the bottom, it's going to sound really nice even if you don't play with a recording or another player, right? So if you play by yourself, this will sound great. So the first chord we're going to do is an E major 7. We're going to start with the open 6th string. And then we're going to play the 13th fret on string number 4, okay? That's a D sharp. And we're also going to play the 13th fret on string number 3 and 12th fret on string number 2. So we have E, D sharp, G sharp, and the final note is a B. So every single note that we need to have in that spelling, okay? Whatever fingers you choose to use here will be up to you. I'm using my ring, pinky, and middle just because it lines up nicely as I go along, okay? Now what I'm doing here, I'm going to pick string number 6, 4, 3, 2, 6, 4, 3, 2. So that arpeggio is going to be done twice. Picking wise, I'm doing down, 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 up. But use whatever makes sense for you. You might want to alternate, which is tough for me. You might want to sweep pick it all the way down. You might want to do directional, doing up, down, 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 up, down, down, down. All those are totally valid. Just play what makes sense for you. So that's our first E major 7 voicing. The second one we're going to do is going to be the open 6th string again. And we're going to do the 9th fret on string number 4, which is going to be a B note. 8th fret string number 3, which is going to be a D sharp. And we're going to do the 9th fret string number 2, which is going to be a G sharp. So E, B, D sharp, G sharp. So do the same thing right there, just with 4 notes. So we have twice, this once. And the final one we're going to do is going to be E. We're going to play 6th fret string number 4, which is going to be our G sharp. 4th fret string number 3, which is going to be our B. And 4th fret string number 2, which is going to be our D sharp. Just one time, okay? So we had the first one twice, second one once, and the third shape once. And the reason why I'm using my ring, middle, and pinky, and my ring, middle, and pinky, and my ring and index, just because it lines up for my chord change. So I've tried this in many different ways for this particular pattern. That's what made sense for me, but you can do whatever makes sense for you. All right. Now for the A major, the really cool thing here is we just change our root note, A, and we're going to do this note right here, which is 14th fret string number 4, and that's going to be our E. We're going to do G sharp, which is going to be the 13th fret string number 3, and then the C sharp, which is the 14th fret string number 2. We do that twice, okay? So that was the second shape for E major, but the first shape for A major 7. The second shape we're going to do A, C sharp, E, G sharp. So we have open 5th string, 11 on string number 4, 9 on string number 3, and 9 on string number 2. And the final shape is going to be our first, so that was like the third shape in the E major 7 chord. The final shape is going to be our first shape from the E major 7, and it's going to be the open 5th string, 6th fret string number 4, 6th fret string number 3, and we're going to have our 5th fret, string number 2. A, we're going to have our G sharp, C sharp, E. So I think as we go through, most of the chords will have all the same spellings. Yes, we should be good. I should have all the notes in each of the chords. So we have the first shape of A major 7, second shape, third shape. And that goes twice in a row. So the E major we do it twice. Again. And I'm switching my fingerings up there, not very consistent, but here we go, A major 7. Twice again, right? And you can keep repeating. Now, if you're playing this by yourself at home, though, don't worry about the time. You can work on each of the chords. So get the shape down, get some picking in there. Try each of those shapes with the drone tone on the bottom. And don't feel like you need to be perfectly in time. So we're all good just to sort of play around with it. But if you're trying to play with me, then you follow what I just did there. But these shapes are really nice because you can play with them in many ways. You can finger pick. Ton of fun. Now the solo in there, as I was playing through those 2 chords, I was playing through the key of E major, okay? So you could do whatever you feel works for you, but I think E major sounds the nicest. We get the A chord with the sharp 11 or the sharp 4, so for anyone into soloing, E major just sounds, to me, it sounds the nicest on my ears. All over the fretboard, you can do arpeggios. Ton of options there, but just some insight into what I was doing in the recording. So if you enjoyed that, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe for more videos like this each week. Helps me a ton. And any questions about theory, about what I did here, please let me know in the comments below. And I'd love to hear from you. See you soon.